Hey, I'm Andrea, and today I will be reading you The Amazing Story of Adolphus Tips by Morpurgo. Saturday, November 13th, 1943. Today was a day that will change my life forever. Grandfather was right when he said something was up, and it is something big too, something very big. I have to keep pinching myself to believe it's true, that it's really going to happen. Yesterday was just like any other day. Rain, school, long division, spelling test, Barry picking his nose, Barry smiling at me from across the classroom with his big round eyes. I just wish he wouldn't smile at me so. He's always so smiley. Then today it happened. I knew all day there was going to be some kind of meeting in the church in the evening, that someone from every house had to go, and it was important. I knew that because Mom and Grandfather were arguing about it over breakfast before I went off to school. Grandfather was being a grumpy old goat. He's getting crotchety a lot lately. Mom says it's because of his rheumatism. It gets worse in damp weather. He kept saying he had too much to do on the farm to be bothered with meetings and such. And besides, he said, women were better at talking because they did more of it. Of course, that made Mom really mad, so they had a fair old ding-dong about it. Anyway, in the end, Mom gave in and said she'd go, and she asked me to go along with her for company. I didn't want to go, but now I'm glad I did. Really glad. The place was packed out. There was standing room only by the time we got there. Then this bigwig, Lord something or other, got up and started talking. I didn't pay much attention at first, because he had this droning on, hoity-toity, I like that word, sort of voice that almost put me to sleep. But suddenly, I felt a strange stillness and silence all around me. It was almost as if everyone had stopped breathing. Everyone was listening, so I listened too. I can't remember his exact words, but I think it went something like this. I know it's asking a lot of you, the bigwig was saying, but I promise we wouldn't be asking you if we didn't have to, if it wasn't absolutely necessary. They'll be needing the beach at Slapton Sands and the whole area behind it, including this village. They need it because they have to practice landings from the sea for the invasion of France when it comes. That's all I can tell you. Everything else is top secret. No point in asking me anything about it because I don't know any more than you do. What I do know is that you have 7 weeks from today to move out, lock, stock, and barrel. And I mean that. You have to take everything with you: furniture, food, coal, all your animals, farm machinery, fuel, and all fodder and crops that can be carried. Nothing you value must be left behind. After the 7 weeks is up, no one will be allowed back, and I mean no one. There will be barbed wire perimeter fence and guards everywhere to keep you out. Besides which, it will be dangerous. There will be live firing going on, real shells, real bullets. I know it's hard, but don't imagine it's just Slapton, that you're the only ones. Torcross, East Allington, Stokenham, Sherford, Chillington, Street, Blackawton, 3,000 people have to move out. 750 families. 30,000 acres of land have got to be cleared in 7 weeks. Some people tried to stand up and ask questions, but it was no use. He just waved them down. I've told you, it's no good asking me the whys and wherefores. All I know is what I've told you. They need it for the war effort. for training purposes. That's all you need to know. Yes, but for how long? Asked the vicar from the back of the hall. About 6 months, 9 months, maybe longer? We can't be sure. And don't worry, we'll make sure everyone has a place to live. And of course, there will be proper compensation paid to everyone, to all the farms and businesses for any loss or damage. And I have to be honest with you here. I have to warn you, there will be damage, and lots of it. What would you take with you if you had to evacuate your home for such a long time? And what question would you ask this bigwig if he would answer you?